chapter 14 of the Gospel of Mark. As I said yesterday on the broadcast, I've had some additional thoughts concerning the things that took place there in the Gospel of Mark chapter 14. And I've thought along the lines of some investigative reporting because I'm looking into the makeup of that room, the dialogues that took place, the interactions that took place. We talked about yesterday how Jesus demonstrated his love and his compassion for them when he washed their feet. And, of course, we come to Peter. And when Peter saw what was taking place here, he said, "Oh, no." He said, "No. He says, you're not going to wash my feet." And Jesus said, "If I don't wash your feet, then you're going to have no part of me." And then Peter reversed himself and he said, "Well, then in everything, wash my hands and my face and everything." He said, "I want to be totally immersed." This just tells me how much Jesus loved these men, how he was devoted to them, and how he understood them in their humanity. Because here was Peter making this great braggadocious claim. And then later, when he said, "I'm just going to tell you this, Jesus," and I'm just kind of saying this in my own words here, "the rest of these guys, they may fail you, and they may flee during times of hardship. But I'm going to tell you, Jesus, you can count on me. I'll be there. I'll stand when everybody else fails." Well, you play that through, and you see what happens. And it really began there in the garden when Jesus had asked him to pray for him, stand with him through this terrible trial, and he failed right there. He fell asleep. Instead of being his watchman, he was sound asleep. Well, fast forward. And Jesus had told him, he said, "Before the cock crows twice, you will deny me thrice." In other words, you're going to deny me 3 times before the cock crows the second time. And it's exactly what happened. Peter, when he was confronted, he says, you are a Galilean. Your voice, you have the accent of the Galilean. He said, "Oh." And then another guy comes along and says, "Didn't I see you with him?" He says, "No, I don't even know the man." Well, he denied him. In the times when the chips were down, Peter denied him. And I find it fascinating that here in this scripture, Mark chapter 14, Mark said that they all fled. Every one of them said they all fled. But yet, when Jesus confronted them, he forgave them. He forgave them. See, that's who Jesus is. Jesus forgave those men, even though they had fled and they rejected him in the end. He forgave them. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.